this morning, sun's a bit hazy. Checking the forecast, things looking crazy. A storm on the horizon, the pressure is low. Gotta get moving, put on a show. The news is all buzzing, state of alert, but we've got a plan, we're ready to work. Emergency Management Associates, we're here for the crisis, we're here for the fates. From the first sign of trouble to the all clear sign, we're on the front lines, we're one of a kind. Emergency Management Associates, we're the calm in the chaos, we're opening gates, connecting the dots and making the calls. We're picking you up when you're starting to fall. See a little fire or a rising flood, we're a well-oiled machine, we're running in the mud. From the city hall meetings to the rescue teams, turning worst case scenarios into hopeful dreams. We're training the people, stocking the gear, we're the team you can count on when trouble is near. Emergency Management Associates, we're here for the crisis, we're here for the face. From the first sign of trouble to the all clear sign, we're on the front lines, we're one of a kind. Emergency Management Associates, we're the calm in the chaos, we're opening gates, connecting the dots and making the calls. We're picking you up when you're starting to fall. It's more than a job, it's a calling, you see. Prepared for the present and what's yet to be. Every second counts, we're ready to react for our communities. We're making an impact. Emergency Management Associates, we're here for the crisis, we're here for the fates. From the first sign of trouble to the all clear sign, we're on the front lines, we're one of a kind. Emergency Management Associates, we're the calm in the chaos, we're opening gates, connecting the dots and making the calls. We're picking you up when you're starting to fall. Yeah, we're picking you up, we're ready to go. EMA, let's get this show on the road.
Let's do this, guys. Let's kick this can. Let's kick it right now. Welcome to Emergency Management Associates, guys. My name's Ron Tyler. We're here on the air for you, even 7 days a week if necessary. We've done it before. We'll do it again. We're on the air right now for you. We come on the air between 4 and 6 o'clock weekdays, Monday through Friday. On Saturdays and Sundays, we'll still come on the air if there's something major to talk about. We'll do that. We've done it before. We'll do it again. Always, always, guys, always and forever. That's what we do here at EMA. Okay? We're here for each one of you and your families, your friends and relatives, no matter where they might be around this globe. Now, I'm going to start off tonight, talk about an earthquake just hit down in northern Mexico. Actually, within the last hour it hit in northern Mexico. It's a big deal. It came in as a 5.7 earthquake. Now it's upgraded to a 6.0. I believe it's probably a 6.3. About 40 minutes ago, I heard the information come across as a 6.3 earthquake. That's what it said. Okay, I have no data to prove it. I went trying to find data, and guess what? It's not offered. It's not there. In fact, they cannot even show data that proves that it might have been a 6.0 earthquake. USGS is not showing any data at all. Okay, they're showing fives at the most. 5.6, 5.7 was not that. Okay, they're not even showing anything close to 6.0 at all. Okay, nothing. Absolutely not a thing. Okay, so I'm going to go out as a 6.0 earthquake. Over here on where? In where, guys? This is in the Gulf of California. The Gulf of California, guys, in northern Mexico on the San Andreas Fault. The San Andreas Fault, guys, can't get this wrong. The San Andreas Fault, 6.0 strong earthquake. 6.0, 6.9 are called strong earthquakes. 6.6 to 6.9 are called very strong earthquakes. This is a 6.0 strong earthquake. Look where it's at, on the San Andreas Fault. Now, guys, I've done this before. I'm going to say it again. Back in the day, about 4 years ago, we had an earthquake down here in southern Mexico, 7.0. 7.0 in southern Mexico. On land, not necessarily on the San Andreas Fault. It was on land here in southern Mexico. At that time, I made a statement that within the next 24 to 48 hours, that 7.0 energy was going to move up into California. And it did. It did. Okay? So the next day, there was a 7.0 earthquake, in Southern California. Okay? The next day. Okay? It happens. It happens. Now, considering where this earthquake is today, over here on the San Andreas Fault, this energy is going to flow to the north. This energy is going to flow to the north. Guys, within the next 24 to 48 hours, I believe it might be even 24 hours, I am telling you all in Southern California, batten down the hatches. Batten down the hatches. We may see a 6.0 energy here, earthquake hit on the San Andreas Fault here in Southern California. Now let's look specifics here. Let's look specifics. Over here in the southern Imperial Valley area here, we have the San Andreas Fault crossing the Imperial Valley here. We've had 5.0 earthquakes here before. We may see a 6.0 earthquake here. May see a 6.0 earthquake here in Southern California in the Imperial Valley. Okay? My thinking is this. We may see a 6.0 earthquake here east of Los Angeles. East of Los Angeles on the San Andreas Fault. And if that happens, guys, the San Andreas Fault is already locked and loaded, which means we might see a 6.5 to 7.0 earthquake here in Southern California, east of Los Angeles tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, guys, it may happen. It may happen. If not, it's going to happen shortly after that. Okay? Last time I told you that an earthquake from Mexico was going to hit in Southern California. It hit up here. It hit up here. Okay? Hit way up here. It can happen here again. It can happen here again, guys. It hit up here in Big Lake, California here. Big Lake, California, Southern California here. 7.0 earthquake hit. Just after the day before, or day after the earthquake hit here, the day before it hit down in southern Mexico. Not even affiliated with the San Andreas Fault. In this case, I believe, and I could be wrong, I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. That earthquake had hit here in the Imperial Valley. You folks here in the Imperial Valley, I hope you have your preparedness kits ready. I hope you have your water. I hope you have your food. We hope you have your clothing ready as well. In the Imperial Valley today, we have temperatures reaching in the 105, 110 range. Temperatures in the Imperial Valley here range in temperature range of 100 to 105 degree temperatures. Some places here in the Imperial Valley reaching up to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Happens all the time, this year. Now we do have minor earthquake right here. Up here just south of the Salton Sea here. south of the Salton Sea here. This is a 1.3 tremor here. 1.3 tremor here, 11 kilometers west-northwest of Calipatria. West-northwest of Calipatria, California. Calipatria is right here. This is Calipatria right here. Okay? That earthquake just south of the Salton Sea is right here. 1.3 tremor right here. Okay? It's on the San Andreas Fault. This earthquake is on the San Andreas Fault here. What they're not showing you also is right here in Bombay Beach, California. Bombay Beach, California has the San Andreas Fault that runs down the east side of the Salton Sea, right underneath the Salton Sea here at Bombay Beach, California. Today here at Bombay Beach, they've seen 3.0, 3.5, 4.0, and 4.3 earthquakes here at Bombay Beach on the San Andreas Fault. It could happen, guys. It could very much happen here. I'm just giving you for instances here. This 6.0 earthquake could land in Southern California in the Imperial Valley or further north up here into Southern California, either over here north of the Salton Sea here, northeast San Diego County here, up here in Los Angeles, east of LA here. Could happen. I'm just telling you, batten down the hatches. Make sure you have your earthquake preparedness kits ready. Make sure you have your medicines ready, your first aid kits, your food, your water, all of your emergency supplies ready when something happens. Make sure it's ready to go. You may need it. Again, I want to warn everybody. I'm warning everybody, guys. The San Andreas Fault is ready to pop right now. The San Andreas Fault could pop upwards as much as a 7.5 to 8.0 earthquake. 7.5 to an 8.0 earthquake here on the San Andreas Fault. Get ready, guys. We don't know how strong this earthquake is going to be. We don't know when it's going to hit. I'm just advising everybody within the sound of my voice right now. Get ready. Get ready, it could happen. Get ready, it could happen. Now, that said, I don't know what this is going to do here. They're already showing one aftershock here. A 4.5 earthquake here, also on the San Andreas Fault here in the Gulf of California. 4.5 aftershock here. There's going to be more aftershocks than that. We're going to see a lot of aftershocks here, guys. This is at least a 6.0 earthquake. And as I said, I heard 6.3 come out. We are going to see aftershocks here. USGS not showing them yet. I don't think they're even going to show it at all. We've had a lot of earthquakes in the past. This time is 6.0 right here. Fortunately for the residents of northern Mexico here, they may have felt some shaking, but they didn't feel the full brunt of the 6.0 earthquake. I don't feel they felt the full brunt of the 6.0 earthquake. However, they did feel some kind of shaking over here, just to the east here in northern Mexico, and also probably over here in the Baja. Probably over here in the Baja as well. Okay? But again, I'm warning everybody. Make sure you have emergency preparedness kits ready. Food, water, shelter, and medical kits. Make sure they are ready to go. Get them ready immediately. Immediately. Okay? Now that said, Let's back off here. There are a few other earthquakes as well I want to talk about tonight. Let's go down here in the south of Fiji area here, right here. This is another 5.0 earthquake here. This is another 5.0 earthquake here. Okay? South of Fiji here. This is a 4.9 5.0 earthquake. Why do I say 4.9? Because that is what USGS is calling this. We all know very well that the USGS is a 0.9 society. They downgrade earthquakes to the nearest 0.9 if they have any possibility of doing that. This is probably a 5.0, 5.1 earthquake here. I'm just telling you guys. This is also 509 kilometers deep. A pretty deep earthquake. We've had deep earthquakes in this. This is 509 kilometers deep. That said, I'm going to go over and open up the depth to magnitude convergence chart here, because we all know that deep earthquakes propagate or birth larger, shallower earthquakes. Larger, shallow earthquakes. This is at least a 4.9, 5.0. Okay? I'm going to take the USGS map down. Let's go over here to the depth to magnitude convergence chart. Let's look at 509 kilometers deep. Right here. Okay, let's go with 5.10. Okay, I believe this earthquake was probably at least a 5.0, 5.1 anyway. In this case, we're going to add a 1.0, 1.02 to the magnitude earthquake that we had. We're going to add a 1.02 to the magnitude earthquake that we had. Given that information, let's go back to USGS map here. Okay. Again, we have 4.9, 5.2. Given that information, 4.9 earthquake, this earthquake that's going to propagate is going to be a 5.9, 6.0 earthquake. 5.9 to 6.0 earthquake. Fact. Fact. You can take that to the bank. Somewhere in this region, probably just in this region, within the next 3 to 10 days, we're going to see a 6.0, 6.1 earthquake here in this region, either in Fiji or further north here in the northeast area in the Tonga Samoa region, or down south here to the Legacy Islands here near New Caledonia, or even up here in the Vanuatu region here. Or you can go further north here to the northwest here into the Solomon Islands, or even over here into Papua New Guinea. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. A 6.0, 6.1 earthquake is going to happen. Given that, there's one more earthquake over here in the Fiji region here. This is a 4.4 moderate earthquake. 4.0, 4.9 are moderate earthquakes. This is a 4.4 earthquake here, guys. As a result of this earthquake, this is 526 kilometers deep. 526 kilometers deep. This is still a pretty darn deep earthquake. Pretty deep earthquake, guys. So let's take this map down for a minute. Let's go back to this depth to magnitude convergence chart here. Let's look at 527 kilometers deep. Let's go over here and look at 525. This earthquake, we're going to add a 1.05 to that magnitude of earthquake that we had. 1.05 to the magnitude earthquake that we had. Let's go back to the USGS map here. This being a 4.4 earthquake, that means, guys, the minimum earthquake that this is going to propagate is another 6.0 to 6.1 earthquake. 6.0, 6.1 earthquake, guys. Again, that means we're going to see two 6.0 earthquakes here in the next 3 to 10 days. Next 3 to 10 days somewhere in this region. Now, given that information, let's zoom out here. This seismic energy could also crawl over here through the southern Pacific Ocean here into Chile, Argentina region here. It's happened that way in the past, once in the past 7 years. Could happen again. I'm just saying. So we're going to be watching for two 6.0 earthquakes in the next 3 to 10 days, somewhere in this southern region of the earth here. It's going to happen. It's a matter of time. Now, for right now, I want to go back here to Papua New Guinea. Right here. Guys, this was a large earthquake here. This earthquake was on land, about 90 kilometers, 50 miles southeast of Kimbe, Papua New Guinea. You see Kimbe here. This is the mountainous region of Papua New Guinea here. Guys, there are towns and small cities here. There are towns and small cities in this region. This was a large earthquake. This could have been a very devastating earthquake. It still has a propensity to do that. Why am I saying that? Because people who live in this region, guys, don't have much money at all. By our standards here in the West, these people live in squalor. They live in squalor. They're very proud, upstanding citizens of their country. They live in cardboard and wooden shacks here, with not much more than a canvas tarp over their shacks to keep the weather out. When an earthquake of this magnitude hits, it's a devastating earthquake. Completely devastating earthquake. We think a 5.4 earthquake hitting anywhere else in the western part of this world. We think of the earthquake standards built into the buildings and stuff. They don't have those standards here in Papua New Guinea at all. They live in squalor. They might have annual incomes of $300 a year. Fact. I've seen pictures of their living conditions as very poor, but they are very proud people. They're church-going Christian people here. In Papua New Guinea. I would pray for these people. Guys. They need our prayers. This earthquake was a very devastating earthquake here in Papua New Guinea. Okay? Now, I'm scrolling back out here for a reason. For a very specific reason. Going over here into Indonesia, there are 74 earthquakes here in Indonesia today. USBS is only showing one earthquake here. Northern Indonesia. This happened late this morning. 4.0 earthquake here. near Bitung, Indonesia. Kepulauan Bitung, Indonesia here. 4.6 earthquake, 56 kilometers deep, shallow quake. Also, this may have been an aftershock. This may have been an aftershock of the earthquake that hit here over here in southwest Philippines here 2 weeks ago. Could very well have been. Yes, today there's still an earthquake here. There's still an earthquake south of Papua New Guinea today. USGS not even showing it. Just for kicks and giggles, let me bring up on my device so you can see what I'm talking about here. USGS doesn't want anybody to know about it at all. That's what's sad. They don't want anybody to know what's going on here. So very sad here. Look at this, guys. Look at that. 6 earthquakes here. USGS not showing one of them. This is a 3.6 earthquake here. Going over to the west, 4.9, 5.0 earthquake here. 4.9, 5.0 large earthquake right here. Guys, the Philippine people have gone through a lot during the past 2 weeks. Many of their cities and towns have been decimated by that big earthquake that hit 2 weeks ago. They're still getting hit with powerful 4.9, 5.0 large earthquakes. Fact. Going south here. In this particular case, USGS is not even showing it here. I'm going to zoom in here, south of Papua New Guinea here, south of Philippines here, not Papua New Guinea. South of the Philippines here, this cigar-shaped island here is called Sarangani, Philippines. South of Sarangani, Philippines here, guys, we have a 3.5 earthquake here. 3.5 small earthquake here. These earthquakes are out in the ocean here. They're out in the ocean. These ocean-bound earthquakes have no semblance of order on what happens on land. Unless the earthquake is very close to landmass, then they have some influence on people who live on land. In this case, this is far enough away from any person in Sarangani, Philippines. Nobody even felt this earthquake at all. At all. Then we come down here further to the southwest here. Further to the southwest here. This is a 3.0 earthquake here. We go north here. This is still offshore here in the Philippine Sea. 3.1 earthquake here. 3.1 small earthquake right there. Then we go back here to where that earthquake hit. It had that big earthquake hit just off the shore, but still devastated this area. This is a 3.0 earthquake here near Guan, G-L-A-N, Philippines. G-L-A-N, Philippines. Guys, this town got decimated by that last earthquake here 2 weeks ago. The Philippine people still digging out from that earthquake. They're still trying to find loved ones and people who were buried in the disaster of that earthquake. Still digging out. Sad. And yet USGS is not showing anything at all. Not a thing. Not a thing. Not any of these earthquakes here in Indonesia at all. Not a thing. 74 earthquakes. 74 earthquakes. USGS doesn't show anything here. They show one earthquake in northern Indonesia. That's it. They're not showing squat. Not showing squat. Now, I'm going to go back up here into the Gulf of California here. I want to show you something. And yes, it's important. It's important, guys. We've also had a 5.3 large earthquake here on the San Andreas Fault. We've also had a large 5.3 earthquake here on the San Andreas Fault. Large earthquakes are still hitting, guys. Still hitting. We may even see more earthquakes this size coming. We may see more earthquakes like this happen here in the next few hours. Okay? Beware of this, guys. Beware of this. Now, I'm going to go back to the South Pacific for a few minutes here. There are more earthquakes that USGS is not showing you here. There are more earthquakes here than USGS is even showing us here. This is a 5.14 earthquake here. A large 5.14 earthquake hit here as well. Okay? That 5.14 earthquake is also in the Fiji Islands. Also in the Fiji Islands, guys. That has a depth of 140 miles deep. 140 miles deep. Now, guys, I do not think that this is a deep earthquake. This is probably a moderately deep earthquake. Moderately deep. But a large 5.14 earthquake here nonetheless. USGS not showing it. Not showing it at all. Sad. Sad. Over here in New Zealand. Okay, I'm showing you earthquakes here in northern New Zealand here. Both on the North Island and also out here in the Bay of Plenty, going also up here into the Kermadec Islands. The Kermadec Islands north of New Zealand belong to birds. The Kermadec Islands north of New Zealand belong to birds right here. A bird sanctuary here. A bird sanctuary. This is a 3.16 small earthquake. Just south and east of there, a 3.31 small earthquake. South of there, a 3.29. And east of there is a 3.26. Smaller earthquakes around the Kermadec Islands here. Nobody lives there but except birds. Birds only. We can go south now. Just north of the Bay of Plenty here, we have a 3.66 earthquake. 3.66 earthquake here. Southwest of there, a 3.0. 3.0 small earthquake there. Then we go further to the southeast here. We have a 2.85 and a 2.95 minor earthquakes right here. North of Gisborne, New Zealand. North of Gisborne, New Zealand right here. Okay. Going over here to the north part of this thumb here of New Zealand here. right here. We have a 2.25 minor earthquake. Southeast of there, 2.62 minor earthquake there. Go south there, a 2.37 minor earthquake there. Notice the swarm of earthquakes right here. Notice the swarm of earthquakes right here. USPS is not showing it. Not showing it at all. Not showing it at all. Before I show you the swarm of earthquakes right here, I want to show you earthquakes out here in the Bay of Plenty here. In the Bay of Plenty here. This is a 3.39 small quake. Going off to the west here, a 2.61 minor earthquake there. One more earthquake here, a 2.60. Then going south on the Fiji Trench here. This earthquake fault is called the Fiji Trench here. Going south there, 2.61 minor earthquake, 2.32, 2.37, 2.21, and 2.49 minor earthquakes there. Small swarm of earthquakes there. Then let's go over here to the landmass on the North Island here. Okay, first, I want to start here. That same fault zone coming out of Fiji here, right here. Okay, we have a 2.65 minor earthquake there. Right next to it to the west is a 2.27. Then I want to take you out to the east here, to the east. This Tawera, New Zealand, a 2.24 minor earthquake. 2.24 minor earthquake. Right there. Okay. We go a little bit to the south here. We have a 2.78 minor earthquake there. 2.78 minor earthquake there. This is a 2.63. Out here in Hawke's Bay here. This is Hawke's Bay here. We have a 2.23 minor earthquake. 2.23 minor earthquake here. Now, some of you might ask me, why am I showing you these earthquakes on the east side of the big North Island? The simple reason is this. As I explained yesterday, this area of the North Island is going to be subject to an 8.0 megathrust earthquake here. It's going to be subject to an 8.0 megathrust earthquake within the next 25 years, maybe a shorter time period than that. As you can see, the east side of the North Island of New Zealand is getting hit with earthquakes. It's getting hit with earthquakes, guys. This area is a subduction zone. The Pacific plate here is subducting under the Indo-Australian plate. That's why we're getting earthquakes here. That's why they're seeing earthquakes here. It's a huge subduction zone here, guys. A huge subduction zone. That's why we're going to get an 8.0 earthquake here. Okay? Seismic energy is already happening. It's already happening. The seismic energy that we see on the east coast of New Zealand, guys, this is a warning. These earthquakes are warning signs. They are warning signs of the upcoming 8.0 earthquake that's going to hit here. Fact. Two other earthquakes down here to the east side. This is a 2.28 minor earthquake there. And further south here is a 2.27 minor earthquake there. Okay? I'm just putting that warning out, guys. Just putting it out. Despite the earthquakes I've already shown you here on the North Island, there are 5 other earthquakes right here also on the west side of the North Island. 5 other earthquakes. These are minor earthquakes. 2.0 to 2.6 minor earthquakes here. Then we go over to the body of water between the North and South Island here. 4 earthquakes here. This is a 2.2 minor earthquake here in the Cook Strait. This body of water is called the Cook Strait here. 2.2 minor earthquake here. Just up to the northeast is a 2.47 minor earthquake. Out here in the middle of the body of water here between both islands, this is a 2.5 minor earthquake here. Now we go over to the east side of the Cook Strait here. This is a 2.25 minor earthquake here. Then we go on land over here to the South Island here. Again, I want to point this out to you. This earthquake fault coming out of Tonga runs down alongside the east side of the North Island here. Then guys, guess what happens? Then it cuts over and runs through the South Island here. That means when this 8.0 earthquake hits here, guys, this South Island here where people are living, even where Christchurch, New Zealand is here on the north part of the South Island, it's going to be decimated. It's going to be decimated by that 8.0 earthquake. We haven't had a major earthquake here, or even a large earthquake, since the Christchurch earthquake some 2 decades ago. Christchurch earthquake, I think, was 2 decades ago. We can see it happen again. We can see it happen again. Just because USGS doesn't show it here doesn't mean it didn't happen. Let's go over here to the northwest part of the South Island here. Right here. Stockton, New Zealand. I have friends that live here. This is a 2.43 minor earthquake here. 2.43 minor earthquake here. Literally right next to it is a 2.44 minor earthquake there. Then coming down that Tonga earthquake fault, the Tonga Trench, we have a 2.61 minor earthquake there. And right next to it is a 2.41 minor earthquake there on the Tongan Trench there. Okay? Then I scroll out here. 2 more earthquakes here. 2 more earthquakes here on the southwest side of the South Island here. Yes, this is still important. This still makes a difference. See where this mountain ridge is here? This mountain ridge is also the Tonga Trench. The Tonga Trench here. We have a 2.57 earthquake here in the Tongan Trench here, in the mountains of the southwest part of the South Island of New Zealand. Okay, we'll go further south here. Further south here. Southland Region, New Zealand. Southland National Park, New Zealand. Here we have a 2.72 minor earthquake there on the Tongan Trench. On the Tongan Trench there. Okay? How many of you knew that? How many of you knew that we had earthquakes here? How many of you didn't? That's the bigger question here. Then I want to come over here to the north central part of the Australian outback here. There's a reason. There's a very good reason here, guys. Right here in Australia, we have a 3.70 small earthquake. 3.70 small earthquake here. USGS not showing anything at all. Not a thing. Not a cotton pig thing. 3.70 small earthquake right here in Australia. Okay? Again, they don't show many earthquakes at all in Australia at all, ever. Ever. Now, in the past 7.5 years almost I've been on this program, I've only seen USGS show 5 earthquakes here in Australia. Unreal. Even large earthquakes they don't report. Even large 5.0 earthquakes here in Australia they don't report. What's the reason? They don't have one. The preeminent seismic agency of the world doesn't show earthquakes on a reliable basis here in Australia. The United States, probably most valuable member of our allies, the U.S. government cheats them. U.S. government cheats them, guys. Very sad. Very, very sad. Now, guys, do you have any questions for me? I'm going to go over to the pneumatic fault very quickly in just a minute. But before I do that, I want to show you an earthquake in Nova Scotia, Canada, right there. Off the coast, Nova Scotia, Canada, right here. This is a moderate 4.53 earthquake. This is a moderate 4.3 or 4.53 moderate earthquake. USGS is listing this on the map as a 4.2. This is the 4.5 moderate earthquake here off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada. Fact. Fact. Hi, Laura Marie. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for being here, Laura Marie. We appreciate you very much. As I said many times before in this program, Laura Marie and I go back a long, long way. A very long way. Before I get talking about pneumatic fault, I want to show you a card that she and her husband John sent Carol and I today. Happy 250th birthday to the United States of America. On the inside of this card, they have a picture of their red barn there in Oregon. A beautiful red barn here in Oregon. Beautiful card, Laura. We appreciate you guys sending that to us. Along with that card, they sent us a gift card here. They sent us a gift card. Okay? They put it inside the envelope in the card here. Nobody can see it. And sent it to us. You can do the same thing here, guys. You can do the same thing for us. Okay, you can send us cards and letters here. You can send us cards and letters here. You see our snail mail address going across above your screen right now. 504 Bethel Road, Box 401. Morganton, North Carolina here. The zip code here is 28655. 504 Bethel Road, Box 401, Morganton, North Carolina. The zip code here is 28655. Inside your card or letter, you can insert a gift card or even a check or cash and send it to us. It happens all the time. We appreciate that so much, helping to support this program. Also, you see our PayPal addresses scoring across the bottom of your screen as well. Help support this program, guys. Our costs keep going up to broadcast. Our costs keep going up to do this broadcast, guys. We need your help. Send us donation to our PayPal addresses as well. We'd surely appreciate it, guys. We'd surely appreciate it. Now let's go over and talk about earthquakes along the Pneumatic Fault. USGS is showing us 3 earthquakes here. That's better than they've done before. Usually they don't show us any earthquakes here at all. So attaboy USGS, but they're not showing us actual earthquakes. Why do I say that? I'm going to show you much larger earthquakes than this. I'm about to show you much larger earthquakes than this that they're showing here. Missouri, guys. Missouri here. Right here. Southeastern Missouri. This is a 2.0 minor earthquake. 2.0 minor earthquake here. Near Weingarten, Missouri. 14 kilometers, 7 miles southeast of Weingarten, Missouri. One more here. Right here. This is a 2.9 3.0 earthquake. This is a minor 2.9 3.0 earthquake here. Okay? Near Williamsville, Missouri. Williamsville, Missouri. 2.9 3.0 earthquake. One more here. Right here. This is a 2.2 minor earthquake here. Near Steele, Missouri. Steele, Missouri, guys. Let me enlarge this map here. I'm enlarging this map so you can see where towns and cities are here. Okay? We're going to be talking about some of these towns and cities in just a minute. This is Ridgely, Tennessee on the east side of the Pneumatic Fault. Ridgely, Tennessee here on the east side of the Pneumatic Fault. And north of Ridgely here, Tiptonville, Tennessee right here. Tiptonville, Tennessee right there. Right next to our wonderful lake here. Our wonderful lake here, Reelfoot Lake. Tiptonville, Tennessee here. I'm going to show you earthquakes here in a few minutes. Again, USGS didn't want to show these to you. Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. Guys, I would hope you all would pay attention to us with this presentation we're going to give you here. These are just very minor earthquakes. What I'm about to show you are larger earthquakes here, hitting here on the Pneumatic Fault every day. Earthquakes we're about to show you hit here every day. And yet USGS doesn't want to show them to us because they want to have an out. USGS wants to have an out. Oh, we didn't know it's going to hit. We didn't know there's going to be a major earthquake hit. They do know. They do know. The news media have interviewed USGS personnel here in New Madrid. They've interviewed USGS personnel here on the New Madrid Fault. This earthquake is going to happen whether they want to allow it or not. It's going to happen. Guys, the New Madrid Fault stretches from all the way down here in Louisiana, goes up just right next to the west side of Mississippi River here, the west side of Arkansas, over here in western Tennessee here, western Kentucky here, even over here into Illinois. Even over here into Illinois. Yesterday, guys, we had a 3.5 small earthquake here in southeastern Illinois right here. 3.5 small earthquake hit here. There are still not showing any earthquakes here today. Guys, please understand this when I talk to you. In just a few minutes, I'm going to show you earthquakes here in Decatur, Illinois. In Springfield, Illinois, Decatur, Illinois here. They had minor earthquakes, 2.0, 2.9, 3.0, 3.5 earthquakes here in Decatur, Springfield, Illinois here today. Today. They want to pretend nothing happens here. I'm here to tell you, don't rely on USGS for anything because they will not tell you the truth about anything going on. If you want to find out what's going on around the world, here in the United States, come to Emergency Management Associates and we'll tell you. Subscribe to this channel, guys. Subscribe to this channel. When you subscribe, also click on that little bell icon. Right next to the subscription button, you're going to see a little bell icon. Click on that. When you see a drop-down menu of 3 items come up, click on the word ALL, all. When you click on the word all, you're going to get notified when we come on the air, but not really. Not really. Because YouTube doesn't want to tell us, anybody, what's going on. They don't notify everybody. That's why I tell you, be advised, we're going to come on there between 4 and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. They don't like us here. They don't like us here. Guys, yesterday we had 664 people watching this program. 664 people watch this program. They did not even admit to that until later this afternoon. 664 people watched this program yesterday. They did not admit to that before this afternoon. How do I know that? Because inside YouTube, we have analytical factors. I can look at the analytical factors for this program. They lie, just like USGS. Guys, we need your support. Please watch this program. You're probably going to get more out of the EMSC and Emergency Management Associates than any other application you're going to see. Tune into Emergency Management Associates here on YouTube. We're not going to lie to you. We're going to show you what's happening here. we're going to show you what's happening here. Most of us have friends, relatives, family members here on the pneumatic fault. The pneumatic fault is about to pop, guys. The pneumatic fault is about to pop. When it does, it's going to unleash a 7.75 to 8.0 earthquake here. It's going to unleash a 7.75 to an 8.0 earthquake here. Up until 5 years ago, USGS was telling people that the last earthquake hit here was December 1811 and January 1812. They said at the time that the December and January 1811, 1812 time period, they only had 7.1 earthquakes here. Only 7.1 earthquakes here. They had multiple earthquakes here. Multiple, guys. Many, many, many earthquakes. Very dangerous earthquakes. Multiple 7.0, 7.4, 7.5 earthquakes. Now, USGS is saying those earthquakes are probably close to 8.0 earthquakes. Closer to 8.0 earthquakes. That's what they're expecting to hit here along the pneumatic fault. They say in the next 25 years. What I'm going to show you today should dispel anything that USGS is saying. It's going to make you wiser. What we're going to show you tonight is going to make you wiser, guys. What is about to happen here on the pneumatic fault is going to be blowing everybody away. We're going to see an 8.0 to 8.5 earthquake here on the pneumatic fault, probably within the next 2 years. I'm going to say next year and a half. I'm going to say next year and a half, guys. 1.5 years. Why did I say that? Because when I first started this program back in 2019, people started asking me, Ron, what's going on with the pneumatic fault? I went and checked. All that USGS and all the other agencies were showing us were tremors. 1.0 to 1.9 tremors, guys. I verified it. Back even 3 years ago, all they were showing us was tremors, minor tremors. Then 3 years ago, they started showing us minor earthquakes, 2.0, 2.9. 2.0, 2.9. Now, this year, guys, over here in southeast Missouri, they showed a 4.5 and 4.7 earthquakes here in southeastern Missouri here, right in this area here. Right in this area right here. Guys, it's not just 4.5, 4.7 earthquakes here. We're having prolific 3.0, 3.7, 3.8 earthquakes here every day. Every day, guys. I guarantee it, every day it happens. I show you this information. I show you this information all the time. In the past 3 years, we've gone from having just tremors 1.0 to 1.9, minor earthquakes 2.0 to 2.9, and now every day we're having 3.0, 3.9 earthquakes here. And yes, we've already seen 4.5 and 4.7 earthquakes here in southeastern Missouri. What I'm saying is this: very soon, very, very soon, guys, we're going to see a 5.0, 5.3 large earthquake here on the pneumatic fault here in this area. Here in this area, guys. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. USGS can deny all they want. It's going to happen. Let's take down the USGS map now. I want to show you real data. I want to show you real data, what's actually going on. Not what USGS wants us to see. What USGS wants us to see is nothing. Nothing, guys. That's their philosophy. They don't want to show you anything. They don't have to. Now, before I show you this information, I want to share a short video, 2-minute video here. What has happened in Venezuela? Venezuela is still having aftershocks. 2.5 minor earthquakes, 3.5, 4.5, 4.7, 6.7 very strong earthquakes in Venezuela. In Venezuela, guys. The death toll has now gone over 1,700, now approaching 2,000. Approaching 2,000. Over 3,000 people have been injured here. 3,000 people have been injured over here in Venezuela. And they keep digging people out, finding people alive. Yes, they found a lot of bodies dead, but they've also found people alive here.
Desperate search continues in Venezuela. You got thousands of people still unaccounted for after 2 powerful earthquakes struck last week. Now, the death toll is now nearing 1,500. Nate Foy is live in Venezuela with the latest on the recovery efforts. Hey, Nate.
He said 1,500, that was last night. Now the death toll is up over 1,700.
Hey, Brian. So just in the past few minutes, we actually learned the death toll has surpassed 1,700. Things are getting worse. Hope is dwindling, but there is still a glimmer of hope as rescue crews are hard at work trying to find any survivors underneath rubble like this. I'm standing at a collapsed apartment complex where earlier today, Brian, we spoke on Fox and Friends. And just after that hit, we saw 4 different rescuers go into this cavity right here. Below this is the former parking garage of this old apartment complex. And I'm told that they did find bodies down there, several victims. Over my shoulder, you can see there's quite a bit of activity here as Venezuelan authorities do everything they can to comb through the damage. It's dangerous work because there's been several aftershocks. I told you that we felt one at 7 a.m. this morning, but this is an international effort led by the Americans in many respects. Take a live look at a picture not far from where we are as our crew is at the port of La Guaira. This is where 130 U.S. Marines arrived. They're going to open the port so that more supplies can come in here. They're also going to expand. A different team, a U.S. team, is going to expand operations at the international airport. And this is on top of the search and rescue teams from Florida, California, and Virginia operating under the State Department's Disaster Assistance Response Team, which is led by Erin McGee. I spoke with her. Listen to her here.
What I've seen here on the ground is a really robust response that includes more than 300 people from our side, elite disaster response experts that are on the ground conducting search and rescue operations, but also working together, coordinating with the entire international community.
Yeah, Brian, and despite receiving that help from the international community, Venezuelans tell Fox more help is needed.
We need people, we need help, we need Starlink. Nobody can communicate with their family because there is no Wi-Fi, there's no electricity, no water, nothing.
That woman tells Fox, Brian, that her sons came here to La Guaira yesterday with Starlinks, hoping that one of the survivors trapped in the rubble would be able to connect and then send a message out to their loved ones and communicate that to the rescue teams here on the ground. The State Department has increased the humanitarian assistance to $300 million, and they're now partnering with private companies like Walmart to get the supplies that are badly needed here and deliver it to the people who are suffering. We'll send it back to you, Brian.
All right, Nate. All right.
Okay, that's the truth, guys. They need supplies. They need help there. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you this. Just because someone sets up a GoFundMe for Venezuela doesn't mean the money's going to get there. Go through the U.S. State Department if you want to donate to the people in Venezuela. Go to the U.S. State Department. Go to the humanitarian section of the U.S. Red Cross. Go to the Red Cross if you don't want to donate. Churches all over the world are also sending supplies there to Venezuela. The Catholic dioceses have sent truckloads, plane loads of supplies to Venezuela. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints also sent several plane loads of food and supplies over here to Venezuela as well. Rescuers from all over the United States have been sent there as well, through the State Department and the Department of War here in the United States. They've gotten people on the ground. People have been on the ground since the day after the earthquake hit. That's because the United States Department of War put those people on their ships and brought them over here. They're there in Venezuela as we speak. Dogs and rescue teams all over Venezuela right now. They still have some 63 to 70,000 people that are still missing. 63 to 70,000 people are still missing there in Venezuela, buried under rubble. This is day 5. This is day 5. Yes, they are still finding people alive. Late last night, I saw a man being rescued, buried under rubble for 4 days, alive, crying, but alive. Crying, I don't think he was hurt very bad, but he was alive crying. They gave him a bottle of water, and all he wanted to do was hug everybody else for helping him. Unreal show of love and support. Now, guys, let's go over here and talk about what's going on the Pneumatic Fault. This is important. This is very important. This is over here in western Arkansas, Bay Village, Arkansas. Bay Village, Arkansas. Western Arkansas, right next to the Pneumatic Fault. Look what we're showing you guys. As I've shown you before, when seismologists go home, they turn down the electronics of the seismograph so that it's not going to show you a lot of earthquakes between, say, 8, 9 o'clock at night and 7, 8 a.m. in the morning. That's what we're seeing here. That's exactly what we're seeing here. Now, over here, okay, I'm zooming in here. 5 a.m. this morning on the black line here. We're seeing tremors, aren't we? On the next red line here, we are seeing earthquakes. Full-blown earthquakes here. Yes, we see some tremors here, but we've also seen some full-blown earthquakes. This first earthquake that we see on this red line here, this happened at 5:07 a.m. this morning. 2.93 earthquake. 2.93 earthquake. Just prior to that earthquake hitting, a 2.0 minor earthquake also hit. Then almost 2 minutes later, another minor 2.5, 2.6 earthquake hit. Multiple earthquakes hit. And more tremors here. Fancy that, more tremors here. That's what happens, guys. That's exactly what happens here. Now, I'm going to zoom back out here. I want to come back over here to the blue line here after 5:30. 5:30 on the blue line on the far left. Come over here to the right. 5:38 this morning. Another 2.9, 3 points earthquake. Then more tremors. 4.5 minutes later, 2.5, 2.6 earthquake here. Then more tremors. And then right before 5:45, we have 2 points earthquake again. Then 5:45 happens on the next green line on the left-hand side, more tremors here. About midway through that, 5:53, 5:54 this morning, 2.5, 2.6 earthquake again. Then more tremors here. Until we get over here to after 10 a.m. this morning on the black line on the left-hand side, 10 a.m. this morning. We go over here to the right, 10:55 a.m. this morning, 3.0 earthquake finally. A clean 3.0 earthquake here, and multiple aftershocks up into and including another 5.2 earthquake. Another 5.2 earthquake, guys. It doesn't stop. On the red line below that, we have tremors until we get over here to 5:43 this morning, or 10:43 this morning on the red line here. In this case, this is another 3.0 earthquake. Another 3.0 earthquake, and then a 2.5, 2.6 earthquake after that, and more tremors. On the next blue line here, the next blue line on the left-hand side is 10:30. 10:30. We go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes later. 10:35, we have multiple 3.0 earthquakes here. Multiple 3.0 small earthquakes here. Okay? Bay Village, Arkansas here. You see it here, guys. You see it here. On the next green line here, on the left-hand side, that will be 10:45 a.m. Going over to 10:43 on the green line. Before that, we have some tremors. We have 2.4 earthquake, more tremors, then more 3.0 earthquakes back to back here. Multiple 3.0 earthquakes back to back here. Then more minor earthquakes, 2.7, 2.8, 2.5, 2.6, 2.0, 2.5 again, and more tremors. Of course, more tremors. On the next black line, all we have are tremor activity. 1.0, 1.5 tremors, basically. On the next red line after that, the black line is 11 a.m. The next red line on the left-hand side is 11:15. We have more tremors until we get over the right side. 11:43 a.m. on the red line on the right-hand side. Now we are seeing 3.2, 3.3 earthquakes hitting here. 3.2, 3.3 earthquakes hitting here. This morning. And minor earthquakes after that. Dropping down here, the blue and green line here, we have more tremors, minor earthquakes. Minor earthquakes getting to be no more than 2.3, 2.4 earthquakes. Yeah. Guys, as I said before, this is Arkansas. Yes, we're seeing tremors here. We're also seeing minor earthquakes and 3.0 to 3.5 earthquakes here in Arkansas. This is not the only location, though. This is not the only location. They're happening everywhere. Everywhere, guys. Let's go over to Hatachikoon, Arkansas. Just a little bit further to the west, about 75 miles west of the new Manifold here. Guess what we have here? Of course, more earthquakes. That's what we talk about. Again, after 7 or 8 o'clock at night, the seismologists go home. They turn down the electronics on the seismographs. So the seismographs are not going to report much of anything happening before they go back to work in the morning. That's what we see happening all over the world, all over the United States on the seismographs. They don't want to be responsible for anything they don't want to see here. They don't want to be responsible for a big earthquake happening during the nighttime. So they're not showing it. They're flat out not showing it. After midnight, the top line here on the black line is midnight. Every seismogram here is happening at midnight here. Unless we show you the seismogram from the afternoon. Then the top black line on the seismogram in the afternoons could be 12 noon. This is 12 midnight. 12 midnight, guys. Then we jump down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. on the black line. Nothing more than tremors here. Next line, 6 a.m. More tremors. The next red line, 7:15 a.m. in the morning on the left-hand side. Move over here to the right. Then we see a 3.0 earthquake happen here. Another 3.0 earthquake hit here. Okay. 7:24 a.m. this morning. Bay Village, Arkansas. 3.0 earthquake happened here. Multiple 3.0 earthquakes hit here back to back. And other minor earthquakes as well. People here living in Bay Village, Arkansas felt these earthquakes. They felt these earthquakes, guys. Okay. Then we have more tremors here. 9:15 this morning here on the red line here. 9:15 this morning on the red line on the left-hand side. Move over here to the right. 9:22 a.m. this morning. 9:22 a.m. this morning, we have 2.9 3.0 earthquake hitting here. Hitting right here. Then we come over 2.5 minutes later. More 3.0 earthquakes are hitting here today. This morning. Multiple 3.0 earthquakes hit here this morning. Then we jump down to 10:30 on the blue line here on the left-hand side. On that blue line, at 1, 2, 3, 4, 10:35 this morning. Another 3.0, 3.1 earthquake hit. Small earthquakes, but this earthquake was also felt. 3.0 large earthquakes are felt earthquakes. That's what's been happening here today. The next felt earthquake was at approximately 11:43 this morning on the right-hand side in the red line. That's another 2.7, 2.8 earthquake, possibly not felt. The next felt earthquake is after 11:45 on this morning. 11:45 on the left-hand side. We come over here to the right. Approximately 11:54 this morning. More 3.0 earthquakes hit here on bottom green line here. More multiple 3.0, 3.3 earthquakes hitting here this morning. Bay Village, Arkansas. They're hitting, guys. They're hitting. Other places all around Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee are having tremors and minor earthquakes as well. All the time. All the time. Here is Little River, Arkansas this morning. Little River is right next to Little Rock, Arkansas, near the river. I've been in Little Rock for a New Madrid disaster drill in 2011. We were conducting a disaster drill on the New Madrid fault in Little Rock, Arkansas, at the Department of Emergency Management in Arkansas. It's called ADEM, A-D-E-M, ADEM, in Little Rock, Arkansas. That was our headquarters. That day, that very morning, Monday morning, we got set up Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday morning, we had to go real world. Monday morning, we had to go real world. Why? Because right near here, right near Little Rock, Arkansas, right near Little River, Arkansas, we had a 3.2 earthquake here. 3.2 earthquake felt by hundreds of people. Hundreds of people. Then, about 11 o'clock in the morning, a 3.5, 3.7 earthquake happened after that, around Jonesboro, Arkansas. Then a little bit further to the north after that, again on the New Madrid Fault near Oklahoma. I kid you not. 2 more 3.2 earthquakes happened that morning. Felt in Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like I said, we had troops all over that area. Tennessee, Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. We were conducting a disaster drill for 5 days. The morning of our first day, we had to go real world because we actually had small earthquakes. Small earthquakes. Some of the people in Arkansas thought that we might go real world with a very large earthquake, a very damaging earthquake. That didn't happen. Fortunately, it didn't happen. We got hands-on experience handling an earthquake that did happen. Since that time, most of the time here in Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Missouri, going up into Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, all we've seen were tremors and minor earthquakes. All that they've seen mostly were tremors and minor earthquakes. Now, starting last year, they're seeing more and more small and moderate earthquakes hit the New Madrid Fault Zone. Small and moderate earthquakes are now hitting the New Madrid Fault Zone all the time, even today. I've even showed you some of those earthquakes already. Let's go here some more. Let's look at some more here. Little River, Arkansas this afternoon, right here. You can't make this stuff up. 12:49, 12:50 p.m. this afternoon. We had multiple 3.0, 3.3 earthquakes hitting here Little River, Arkansas, right next to Little Rock, today, this afternoon. 3.2, 3.3 earthquakes hitting here this afternoon. You can see them here on the seismograph. They are happening here. Most of those earthquakes are back to back. Back to back. That means continued ground shaking for at least 15, 20 seconds. 15 to 20 seconds of continued ground shaking. That must be unnerving for somebody to feel that kind of shaking going on for that long period of time. 20 seconds is a long period of time to feel shaking like that. I've been earthquakes like that. But they were much stronger. Been there, done that. Little River, Arkansas this afternoon. Let's go north and to the east a little bit. Still in Arkansas, this time in Marktree, Arkansas. Marktree, Arkansas, every day like this. Every day the same thing. In this case, guys, occasionally USGS and other agencies will let their seismographs roll because they know these earthquakes are going to hit. Today, 2 a.m. this morning, even before 2 a.m. this morning, going over the green line on the far right side there. Okay? 1:59 a.m. this morning. Prior to that, all we saw were tremors. Then all of a sudden, a 3.0, 3.2 earthquake started happening. That signal, guys, those 3.0, 3.2, 3.3 signals lasted what? 2 full minutes. 2 full minutes of shaking. At some point in time, about a minute and a half after that, the shaking dropped down to 2.5, 2.7, and dissipated very quickly after that. But still, Marktree, Arkansas got shaken at 2 a.m. this morning. And more after that. You can see it here. 3:03 this morning, we had tremors building up to 2.8, 2.9, 3.0 earthquakes again here. You can't make this stuff up. 3:33 this morning. Tremors building up to 3.0 earthquakes again. Marktree, Arkansas, guys. Small earthquakes continue hitting here. How would you like to be woken up at 2 o'clock this morning? Then again at 2:30, 2:33, 2:34. Seismic shaking your bed. Might even feel your bed wandering around the floor. Your bed shaking. Look at these other earthquakes as well. Yes, we're seeing a lot of tremors here. We're also seeing a lot of minor earthquakes, 2.0, 2.9. 3.0 earthquakes happening here as well. Then we bounce down here, guys, to 6:15 on this red line on the left-hand side. For quite a few minutes here, several minutes here, 5, 6 minutes, all we were seeing were tremors, then building up to minor earthquakes again, 2.0, 2.7, 2.8, 3.0 earthquakes happen here. Okay, 6:15 over on the left-hand side. Now we're talking about 6:20, 6:23, 6:25 a.m. this morning. 3.0, 3.3 earthquakes hitting here. Yeah. On the Nevada fault. Nobody's staying awake here. The ground is still shaking here in Arkansas. Still shaking here in Arkansas. .45, the same thing, guys, on the green line. Minor earthquakes turning into 3.0 earthquakes, 3.2, 3.3. On the next red line here, 8:15. 8:15 started off with tremors, build up to 2.0, 2.4, 2.5, 2.8, 2.9, 2.9, 3.0 activity. Guys, that 3.0 earthquake activity lasts for 3 minutes. Nearly 3 full minutes of 3.0 activity here. Your bed is shaking, your furniture is moving across the floor. Your glassware in the cupboards is shaking around, falling out of your cupboards. Books and knickknacks is falling off of shelving, bookshelves in your dining room, living room, your bedroom. That's what we're seeing here, guys. That's what we're seeing here at Marktree, Arkansas. Let's look at Marktree, Arkansas this afternoon. Right here. The top black line on the left-hand side here is 12 noon. The largest earthquake after 12 noon here happened about 12:04 with a 2.0 minor earthquake. Not felt. Not felt. The next green line, tremor activity, going over here into the center of the seismogram here. Large earthquake here is 2.5, 2.6 earthquake here. Long duration tremor activity here, long duration earthquake activity here. It's happening, guys. The shaking once it starts does not want to stop. Continues. Continues, guys. We come over here to about 2:15 this afternoon on the left-hand side. Over on the right, now we are suddenly at what? What are we at? 2:26 this afternoon. 2.7, 2.8 earthquake. Minor earthquake. Just before 2:29. 2:28 p.m. this afternoon. Multiple 3.0 earthquakes again. Multiple 3.0 earthquakes again. Then 2:30. Just before 2:31. Another 3.0 earthquake hit, possibly 3.3. Yeah. They're hitting. After that, all we had were tremors. We jumped down to 2:45 on the next green line on the left-hand side. We come over here to 2:48 on the green line. 2:48 on the green line, we have another 3.0 earthquake again. This time a 3.2, 3.3 earthquake. Small earthquake. The ground still is shaking. Dishes, plates, and glassware shaking in the cupboards. Books and knickknacks is falling off the shelves. Your furniture is moving across the floor. Yeah. Martree, Arkansas. Let's just go a little bit to the east here. Still in Arkansas, right before we cross I-40 Bridge into Memphis, Tennessee, we're going to go over into Memphis, Arkansas. Memphis, Arkansas here. That's what we're showing here, guys. The seismogram from Memphis, Arkansas. Yes, here we are seeing a lot of tremor activity. Lots and lots of tremor activity. We're also showing you some minor earthquakes. Minor earthquakes. From 2.0 to 2.8, 2.9 minor earthquakes here. All morning long here. All morning long. Tremors and minor earthquakes happening here, guys. Tremors and minor earthquakes happen upwards of 2.8, 2.9 minor earthquakes happen here this morning. This morning, guys. I've got more. It's interesting how 7 minutes earlier, we had 48 people watch this program. Now it's dropped down to 35. Apparently, people don't care. People don't give a darn. Guys, Norcross Farms, Arkansas today. Look what I'm showing you guys. Look what I'm showing you here. 8:34 a.m. Norcross Farms, Arkansas. 3.3 earthquakes hitting here. 3.3 earthquakes. This is the farm, guys. They're getting hit with earthquakes. Their chickens, their hogs, their cows are feeling the shaking. The sheep want to get fed, maybe milked. The cows want to be fed. The cows want to be milked as well. Sorry, guys, we're dealing with an earthquake. You don't say sorry to your animals. They might get upset. They might get upset. But as you can see here at Norcross Farms in Arkansas, 8:30, 8:33, 3.0, 3.2, 3.3 earthquakes happening here. Then on the black line here at 8 a.m. this morning, look at all the earthquakes here. Ranging in size from just tiny tremors, 3.3, 3.5, 3.8 tremors, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6 earthquakes, 2.8, 2.9, 3.0 earthquakes here as well. Unreal, guys. Uncotton picking real. I'm telling you guys, it's happening. It's happening. Down here after 11:15 this morning on the red line, the bottom red line. The bottom red line on the left-hand side will be 11:15 this morning. Then 11:16 and so on, all the way across to the right side. All of a sudden, we are seeing minor earthquakes, 2.6, 2.7 earthquakes. Minor earthquakes aren't felt. Not felt. They're over here on the right-hand side. Now, this is 11:40, 11:41. 3.0 earthquakes hitting here. 11:42, 11:43, 3.3 earthquakes hitting here. Earthquakes grew larger in size here. 3.2, 3.3 activity here. The ground is shaking. Beds are moving. Furniture moving across the floor. Chairs moving across the floor. Tables, your dinner table walking across this floor. Glasses, glassware, dishes, plates, rattle around and fall on the floor. Yeah, that's what's happening here, guys. That's what's happening here. It's ongoing. This is ongoing. I kid you not. Going down to Truman, Arkansas, south of Marktree. Truman, Arkansas this morning. Look at the earthquakes here. The blue line below that black line on the top, black line is 12 midnight. Blue line is 12:30. Tremor activity. Tremor activity. First earthquake activity we truly have here this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4 after 5 a.m. this morning. 5:04 a.m. this morning. 2.7, 2.8 earthquakes. A minute and a half later, suddenly we were at 3.2 earthquakes here. At least 3.2, 3.3 activity here right away. This morning. Then, 8 a.m. this morning. Tremor activity building up. 2.6, 2.7. Then what happened after 9:30 a.m. this morning? What happened after 9:30 a.m. this morning? Pacific time. This time Pacific time. Now we are talking here on this chat here. These earthquakes here, this is Central Time. Going over to Pacific Time, what do we have after 9:15 this morning? 6.0 earthquake on the San Andreas Fault here. The San Andreas Fault here this morning. Guys, yes, the San Andreas Fault is recorded on these seismograms all the way over here on the New Madrid Fault. The shaking from the 6.0 earthquake on the New Madrid Fault, on the San Andreas Fault, over in the Gulf of California, showing up here on the seismograph at the New Madrid Fault. Ground shaking here, guys. Ground shaking. No small joke. This is real. This is very, very real. Okay. Tyronza, Arkansas this morning. Look at this. Southern Arkansas, guys. Southern Arkansas. Early this morning, all we saw were tremors here. Hours and hours go by without much of anything going on, but then suddenly, like out of nowhere, suddenly the seismologists returned to their offices this morning. Then we start seeing earthquakes this morning. The top black line here is midnight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6:30 this morning. Actually, before that, about 6:19 this morning, 6:20 this morning, 2.5, 2.6 earthquake. 6:33, we have a 3.0 earthquake here. On the next red line. This time, We're at 6:20 a.m. this morning. Another 3.03.1 earthquake. On the next blue line, we have some tremors and minor earthquakes as well. Minor earthquakes being 2.0 to 2.5, 2.6 earthquakes here. Yeah. What happens after that? Then, on the next green line, (8:46 a.m. this morning). 3.3, 3.4 earthquake here at 8:30, 8:45, 8:46 this morning. 8:46 this morning. After that, we have tremors, minor earthquakes, and other small earthquakes here as well. At 11:40, I'm going to say 11:41 this morning on the blue line here. 11:41 this morning on the blue line. This is a 3.3 earthquake here. A 3.3 earthquake here, guys. Tyrons, Arkansas, southern Arkansas. No joke here, guys. No joke here at all. These earthquakes hit here. These earthquakes hit here all over the place. Let's look at Guam, Missouri. Guam, Missouri this morning. Look what they're not showing us here. Guam, Missouri today is showing us long duration tremor and minor earthquakes. Long duration tremor and minor earthquakes here. Now, after 2:45 a.m. this morning on the green line here, 2:45 on the left, 2:47 we have tremors, 2:41, 2:40, or 2:46, 2:47 tremor activity, 2:48 more tremors. Then we start getting into 2.0, 2.5, 2.6 minor earthquakes. Yeah. 2.8, 2.9. 2.8, 2.9 earthquakes here. Not a joke, guys. Not a joke. After that, all we see here are minor tremors, minor earthquakes here. Minor tremors, minor earthquakes here. This serious, guys, Guam, Missouri. Guam, Missouri, guys. Serious, guys. Serious. Then I want to go over and show you what happened at Barker Cemetery, Missouri. This is Barker Cemetery this morning. Not one single earthquake at all. Not one single earthquake at all. This is the first. This is the first day I've ever seen Barker Cemetery without even having a tremor. Yeah, not even one solitary tremor here at Barker Cemetery, Missouri. Now, guys, I know for a fact there are earthquakes here. They've turned off the seismograph here. They turned off the seismograph here at Barker Cemetery, Missouri. Totally turned it off. How do I know that? This is yesterday at Barker Cemetery. This is yesterday at Barker Cemetery. Minor earthquakes, and yes, yesterday we also had here, just after 3 a.m. this morning, 3 2, 3, 3:30, 3:04, 3:05, 3:05 yesterday morning. A 3.0 earthquake here. In past times, past years, last 2 years, we've seen minor earthquakes, 2.4, 2.5, even 2.0 earthquakes here. 3 years ago here at Barker Cemetery. Now we are actually seeing 3.0 earthquakes here at Barker Cemetery. The ground does move. The ground does move. I saw a video of a casket falling off the casket carrier here at Barker Cemetery. I saw the casket fall off and be recovered by pallbearers here that have been walking next to the casket carrier. Yeah. Because of minor and small earthquakes happening here at Barker Cemetery. They happen. They actually happen here. But today, USGS doesn't want to show anything at all. Not a thing here at Barker Cemetery. Again, I'm asking why not? Why did they decide to say nothing's happening here? It is. It's happening. Then, Charter Oak, Missouri here. A very, very small town here in Missouri, Charter Oak, Missouri. You're seeing minor earthquakes here as well. Anywhere alongside the pneumatic fault, we're going to see these earthquakes. All up and down the entire fault line. I've shown you what's happened here. I've shown you what's happened here, guys. Decatur, Illinois this morning. Decatur, Illinois this morning. Well, these earthquakes here. Yes, we're seeing tremors. We're seeing minor 2.0, 2.9 minor earthquakes here. And yes, guys, we're seeing 3.0, 3.5s here. 3.0, 3.5 small earthquakes here at Barker Cemetery, Missouri this morning. And this afternoon as well. Look at the tremors and minor earthquakes and full-blown 3.0 earthquakes hitting here. Look at that. Decatur, Illinois this afternoon. The shaking continues, it doesn't stop. Now we are pushing 2 months of total pressure here. 2 months of non-ending 3.0 activity happening here. Doesn't stop. The northern part of the pneumatic fault is moving, guys. Even the northern part of the pneumatic fault is moving here. It's not a joke. This is reality. It's reality here. Now, guys, I think we've seen enough earthquakes here today. Why do I say that? Because now we've dropped down from 50 people watching this program down to 35. 35 people watching this program. Apparently, people aren't interested in this. Yet I get asked every day what's going on here at New Madrid, what's happening here. I showed you what's going on every day here. This happens every day, rain or shine. Every day, without ever stopping. Yes, they showed one seismogram at Barker Cemetery here in Missouri that didn't show anything. What I believe they did at Barker Cemetery today was they turned the seismograph off. They turned the seismograph off. That's the only way you're not going to have an earthquake or even a tremor here at Barker Cemetery. Every day before this, we've had them. But today, they decide not to show anything. Nothing. Tomorrow afternoon, before we get started really going on the air tomorrow, we're going to talk about earthquakes on the East Coast. Then we're going to talk about earthquakes on the West Coast as well. Now, guys, we may be coming on the air earlier than that because I fully expect to see a 7.0 earthquake in Southern California before tomorrow afternoon. Be prepared, guys. Be prepared. Again, you guys in California as well as on the Nevada fault need to be prepared for just not earthquakes, but foul weather as well. Foul weather as well. Tornadoes, tornado warnings, thunderstorms, and thunderstorm warnings as well. Today, here in Morganton, North Carolina, we saw 95-degree temperatures here. 95-degree temperatures. Now we are seeing clouds come in. We may see some rain coming in here tonight. Rain and thunderstorms are falling over along the center of the Nevada fault, off to the east, off to the west, over in South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, Kansas, Indiana, Arkansas, Missouri, into Kentucky and Tennessee as well. Be prepared, guys. This severe weather is coming your way very quickly. Be prepared, not scared. Now, just below this video you see here today, is our program description. The center of our program description, we're talking about other channels here that cover weather. Ryan Hall, y'all. I trust him. Ryan Hall, y'all, has a weather channel on YouTube. Look it up. He's covering the weather right now as we speak. Max Velocity is also covering the weather. Max Velocity also on YouTube. Both can be trusted very highly. Go there and find out what's going on, guys. If you're going into a thunderstorm watch, make sure you're paying attention to your AM, FM weather radio or your television set, the station that is tuned to news, weather, and sports on television. That way, they will break away when a severe thunderstorm moves in or a tornado moves into your area. They will tell you what you need to do to be prepared. Guys, I love you. I care about each one of you. We've gone a long way tonight. Long, long way. We talked about a lot of earthquakes and everything else. Things are happening. Pray for the people in Venezuela. They need our prayers. 75,000 people still missing in Venezuela. The death toll is climbing towards 2,000 right now as we speak. Climbing rapidly. Be prepared, guys. Pray for those families over there. They need our prayers. Now, before I leave tonight, I want to leave you with a thought. Our thought today comes from Psalms 42, verses 1 through 2, First Chronicles chapter 16, verse 11, Psalms 34, verse 5, and 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 28. Our God is an all-satisfying God. He loves us. My soul thirsts for our Savior Jesus Christ, for the living God. The deepest yearnings of my heart are for intimacy with the Lord. I am thankful that the Lord designed me to search for Him and desire Him. I delight in seeing His face. I can't wait for that day. Lord, our Savior Jesus Christ and Heavenly Father designed me to desire them. Designed each one of us to desire them. We delight in seeking His face. Help us not to feel guilty, guys, about taking so much time thinking about being in His presence. I don't feel guilty about thinking about Jesus Christ being in His presence. I feel no guilt at all about that. I am still simply responding to the tugs of my spirit that is within me. He made me and you in His image, in His likeness. Jesus Christ and Heavenly Father had heaven within our hearts. They had heaven within our hearts. My longing to be with the Savior is real. And I'm sure you have that same longing. It's like a form of homesickness. A form of homesickness. We can't wait for the time we can rejoin our families, our friends in heaven, with Jesus Christ and our Heavenly Father. A yearning for my true home in heaven. I realize our journey is different and difficult. Different from other people. And you and I both need courage. We need courage to persevere. Yet I trust His path. I trust the path that I'm on. I hope you do as well. Jesus Christ and my Heavenly Father and yours have called us to travel with Him. They have called us to travel with Him. I am very much hoping to see Him soon. During the past few years especially, I have had a real need and a real desire to have a relationship with the Savior. Prior to that, during the 2.5 years I served as a missionary, teaching about Jesus Christ as I do for you now, I relish in my desire and feeling His Spirit within me. And my desire is to please Him by helping you also build in the desire within your own hearts I have a deep, discerning, burning desire within my own heart. Still, I have an overwhelming desire to be with him now. But each one of us, me included, can be a very real source of blessings to other people. Each one of us can be a source of blessings for other people. Because as he enables us, as our Savior enables us to reflect on his glory in this very dark world, we can feel his movement within our own lives. As he has told us before, let our own light shine before men, that they may see our good works and edify our Father in heaven. Brothers and sisters, as we go forward, let's find that small light, that fire within us, and stoke that fire. Stoke it into a very deep and burning desire to be with our Savior Jesus Christ. May God bless you. May God be with you this day and always. I know I say that a lot, don't I? But I mean that deep within my heart. May God watch over us and bless every one of us. I leave his blessings upon your heads and the heads of your family this very day, in the very sacred name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Amen. May God be with you this day and always. God be with you until we meet again. We'll see you on the other side. Have a good night, guys. God bless you. See you soon.
Here at Emergency Management Associates, we're dedicated and true, bringing you the essential knowledge, helping you see things through. From disaster preparedness to navigating recovery's embrace, we're here to guide you in every unpredictable time and place. Down the complex, make it easy to grasp and absorb, sharing strategies for safety, the vital lessons you can't afford to hoard. So thank you for watching, and thank you so much for your sub. You're a key part of our growing family, a member of our knowledge club. With every like, every share, and every comment you send our way, our critical message spreads further, helping more people every single day. Together we're stronger and more prepared. That's the truth we all abide. You help us build resilience with nowhere for uncertainty to hide. Your engagement truly inspires us. Your feedback acts as a guiding light, helping us continually grow and making our channel's future bright. We're always learning, always striving to be better, bring you the most up-to-date information, no matter the weather. Emergency Management Associates is here for you now and forever, it's true. Keep watching, keep learning, because we truly appreciate all that you do. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. We'll see you on the other side. Take care, everyone. God bless.